So I will let you do your own. Let's all just do our own imaginations for the craziness of all of this. And so the key here is that yes, you are first met by resistance, but Breeder 35, 30, right? Breeder 36 says. You're basically, this is about sneaking in and eavesdropping, but there is a roll to resist, and Breeder 36 cancels the roll to resist, just opens up, right? Because the answer is to explain what is happening with Zero. You are already deep in there, and you actually experience yourself in Zero's body, a body of a non-biomechanically altered, so the body is not biomechanically altered. And it is actually firewalled away from 1 through 9 so that it is capable of independent thought with very little chance to do so, and mostly living in a state of almost embryonic comfort. But what the archivists in that same ring, archivists somewhere in 10 through 99, all of the archivists are landing on you, Mr. Medicine, the terrible metastases and other problems, organ failure that Zero is experiencing. That's what you get, a far greater awareness of, and you actually can feel it in your own body. And this is a body with all of its biological parts operative, which is something you're not that used to. Right? So that's the experience that you're having of what it is like to be Zero right now. And she is in great pain and she is dying.
This is not a good high.
Could have been worse.
Okay.
And that's why Breeder 36 is, please, we need Zero. Because that's what you have been sent to get, is the one of the bodies that is compatible with being Zero.
Can I communicate with Zero?
Well, let's do our next action in just a moment.
Are you going to communicate with us?
I am going to help him with that.
Can I try to refocus for first? The situation changed. It calls for this kind of thing.
You are absolutely justified in a refocus role. You go right ahead. But right now, let's have a little free play here and get the idea. The cyber killers have been kept from going into action against you because of you, and you have, through this your help, been able to go in and get this information, which was perfectly timed with your low roll to ride on those two interactions that they just had. So this is amazing.
I am providing Breach. Do I get the information that he's like? Are you communicating back what you're?
That's the next question. That's just the next question. Are you going to share with your little hive?
I'm thinking. Usually I communicate, but I'm thinking I'm probably instinctually just try it.
Mm-hmm.
And you maybe feel that I'm doing that.
You're what?
You maybe feel that I'm going to try to communicate with Zero.
Okay.
Right. So
maybe you feel that, but I'm not actively saying that. I'm just doing it.
I will quote Ursula Le Guin: "Only too far is far enough."
Help.
Okay. So that's fine. Now, that's the question Breeder 36 is asking, and says, and really is now actually aware that one of you, or you collectively, it's hard for her to think otherwise, is actually stopping 1 through 9, and is actually now relying upon you to get this happening. The desperation that the awareness that you are getting now through this open communication is that the 10 through 99 is much more managerial, right? That's sort of the first level where sort of executive decision making is made. And the if you want to be simplistic, they are kind of like the conscious, and 1 through 9 is like the unconscious of the hive. And so and then you have the collective unconscious outside. Oh, it's so very pop. Outdated psychology. But anyway, so we continue with this idea though, because it's accurate enough. The 10 through 99s, well, it's very difficult for anybody in the hive to think of 0 as having some kind of problem, and only the breeders and archivists really even understand what 0 even is. And even that is so familiar to them that they have not really ever thought in terms of alternatives or the history. But the archivists, now that once 0 became very, very sick, the breeders, some of them moved into went to the archivists and said, what on earth is this? And the information that they dug up has resulted in your mission. But it had to be kept way out at the outskirts of the hive in the 6-digit series, because it cannot be allowed to become known by 1 through 9. That is, it's too alien for 1 through 9. They are completely static. So that is our backstory here. The question now is, what will you do? Will you help? Will you give the body you have collected to the cyber killers to take back? And also, the Breeder 36 is still a little bit baffled. But what about you? I mean, it had never occurred to them that you would not simply be subsumed back into the hive as in the way you are accustomed.
I'm just looking at you trying to...
Everybody, let's hear what you want to do.
Talk to 9. That's 0.
You, I got.
I want to confer with the other archivists.
In the double digits, right? Excellent. That's actually what Breeder 36 was trying to do. So yeah.
To drop 36 and tell him, give me somebody who can understand things.
That's right. Wow. You and all your little like overly personal investigations. You just take a little break here.
I just had this,
I want data.
I just had this epiphany. Yeah. That's why they sent so many soldiers with me.
Right.
Yeah, only 2 soldiers.
There were 3, weren't there?
I don't know. I wasn't.
And I'm a 6-digit archivist. So
Are you ready? I know. Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah, not anymore.
Did you
You're
figure
not.
out your new name?
Yeah.
Think about it.
It will depend on the dice. It will depend on the refocus.
Refocus now.
Okay, if I succeed, I go back on 0. If I fail, I stay on our hive.
What
Really?
do you mean? What do you mean go back on 0?
That's a big decision to make on the
What?
dice.
Wait. What do you mean go back on
No,
0?
The question is
right.
The question is,
Nathan.
do we want? Yes.
Yeah. I think I get it.
Yes.
Roll.
Okay.
So 19. I pass.
Okay.
Okay.
So just hold on,
Yeah.
right? That's all we need to know. But this is the refocus to get your
Back to
goal,
zero.
to get your goal
Yes.
in place.
Yeah.
Right. We're not yet.
What,
Yeah, you're right.
What did that mean? Are you going to... Okay.
He has made an unusual character out of himself because his ability to refocus.
No, but he started explaining if I succeed, if I fail, and I didn't fail.
We
get there.
We changed the way refocus changed. I forgot about that. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we kept it the same, but
okay.
So Henna, you have managed that particular conflict is over. We don't have to keep rolling for this. Mm-hmm. You have blocked out 1 through 9 successfully, and you are, I think, aware enough of what is happening here. I do want to know, the 2 of you are driving in deeper towards 0. And the question here is... the question here... is anybody else wanting to say what they're doing, because this is some deep telepathic conflict cooperation kind of thing. And the question, you have decided to maintain yourself in connection with these four, at least for now, correct? Okay. So so that is the, I think, okay, so what Breeder 636 wants is to get Zero's body turned over to the cyber killers, and confusedly expecting or was thinking that you would all just come back with them. But if not, then what? Not to mention waiting for your answer. Who are you, actually? So, Helma, you're going for the archivists. I get that. How about you, Henna? Anything or?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I still want to just like keep, because well, basically I have the power to like just end this.
Right. You might want to keep your finger on the switch. Right. Okay.
Yeah, like
yeah.
for me or for the group.
Right. Exactly. Right.
Depends.
Yeah. If the cyber killers suddenly blast telepathic fire through everybody's brains, you can say, "Oh, not me." Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, that ability in the beginning was like, yeah, this is a fun character thing. Now it's like a freaking gun.
It is.
No.
Fire.
The thinking gun there.
It's our backup plan.
No, honestly,
all right,
it's
everybody.
like,
Let's do our rolls, and let me think a little bit.
die.
The cyber killers are at least out of the picture at the moment. Well, actually, wait. Let me think again. The 1 through 9 is out of the picture at the moment.
Do I need to roll for the timing?
Yeah, that is.
Do
The cyber killers are doing the same because we don't know if something along the way is going to set them off, and if they do, then we want to know when.
Now that we basically started the game in a telepathic connection, do we have to roll to mark stunt every
No.
time we're
No, maintaining maintaining telepathic contact does not cost stun.
All right. I guess.
They're very clear on that. So
Yeah. All right.
exactly. Otherwise, what's the fun of that? Okay, everybody faints.
I'm alone. Hello, Cyril.
Exactly. So, Helma, are you ready with your roll? Don't forget your automatic +1.
Is this telegnosis?
I think
Even
it
if
probably is.
I am trying
Yeah,
to.
I think it is telegnosis. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 1 stun. You have just been in telepathic communication. But right now, what is your action? We don't know your action.
I know.
So that's what I'm curious about.
So
You will spend a stun.
Okay.
I wonder if I should.
I got the refocus, so I'm switching back to 0, helping
spend-
0.
Oh, that's what it meant. Helping 0, not going back to,
Yes.
to the
Because
equanimity. I am sorry.
The way
Because you didn't want to,
refocus is,
yeah.
if the situation changes, then you change the focus to something happens. That's a new thing.
Yeah.
So back is who are we? Now it's 0. Okay, helping 0. Fail. But then I don't have that. I don't know what I can do.
There are a couple of things.
Yeah.
If you are going to try to help contact the archivists, for example, you could do that.
No, I want to keep some individuality here.
Yeah.
Because despite, with the refocus, I strongly think that we are not really part of the Hive anymore.
Right.
And that
Well,
we are
we all
starting our
think
own
that.
stuff.
Yeah.
I will use a cleverness to attack the problem for a different angle. In relation with
That's-
what is going to happen.
Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
I'm
Let's-
going to spend an extra stun because.
For the bonus.
Yeah,
Plus
well.
2 for
Because I want.
+1
What
on your
I'm
roll.
actually trying to do is to connect to them, to try to explain that we may want to stay here
Yeah.
because we have changed.
Yeah.
and they will have to explain to the rest for the Hive that we are not hostile, because we need to be able to be here and do something here. We need peace.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. I just love it. When this goes wrong, I have these two guys just sitting right here.
Just checking. I had used ones done.
Yeah.
And I'm using an extra.
I saw you mark both of those properly.
Do I get the bonus from the refocus or not?
You do not.
I do not.
Right.
Perfect.
Not in this case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because it was
that is totally
just a
fair.
switch. Yeah.
That is totally fair.
I sort of want to. So I also want to do something with Zero directly.
Which is?
I would like not to say at this moment. I mean, I want to sort of ride his telepathic wave, and I'm gonna see what happens there. But yeah, it was.
You want direct contact with Zero, correct?
I sort of want to provide a little bit of a trip for Zero too.
I got that.
say.
Yeah, somehow I gathered that's where you were going.
You're going to put Zero high.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's high, and then there's dripping.
We are talking about the medical use of things.
Yeah.
I'm actually
just the hallucination.
the way I see it. It's not like a high that you're like, oh,
right.
It's more like you're trying to concentrate
Mind
and there's
expansion.
voices and so everywhere, and you're just trying to concentrate on this particular person. Then it's like.
I was imagining it more like a really hallucination, sort of like Alice in Wonderland.
Well, we all have our differences.
Yep, that's what.
Shall we roll?
We shall. I think everybody knows what we are rolling.
Oh, this is better.
Yes, I got successes.
I got
18, 8, yes, 2 successes.
Okay. I have a 6 in terms of order, but the breeder had spent 2 stun.
No.
So therefore that's an 18, but not for order purposes.
Okay.
Right. So we'll go by the order in just a moment. Who's got the high roll here?
I think he
I
has.
see a 20 over here.
I have a 20.
Here's a 20 here and a 24 here. So the cyber killers are very much primed. And what they have done is both stand up very fluidly and easily and have positioned themselves at the door.
Gotcha.
Now, the trouble is that I would say, I'd like to be able to say that their postures are not particularly hostile, but I don't think they're capable of having postures that aren't hostile. So from an objective visual point of view, they just deployed to the door.
It's good that nobody else
Right.
can see them.
But yeah. So just to let you know, that's what they have physically done.
But you still have connection, so you can know where you are.
I don't know the telesthesia. How long does it work? I mean, but we.
We have a connection.
It really
We have
hasn't been very
connection
long.
through
These things
there.
are happening in just
Yeah.
like a second
Okay,
apiece.
so I'm aware of that. But
yeah, you're aware of it. But right now you're a little busy.
Yes.
Okay,
I am.
so then
There
the
are
next
layers.
person is your 20.
Yeah. I'm talking to Zero.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually asking him.
With how many
Or her,
successes
or
are
the-
that?
Oh no.
Zero has an extra die.
What's up? Yeah, 6 times 6 times 6. Yeah.
And a lot of things that are focused.
No, that will break it down if she has so many focuses.
Actually,
what is
I have
breaking down?
Well, hold on.
Sorry.
Nathan,
Yeah.
just to let you know,
Yes.
for 0 and 1 through 9, the
Yes.
ordinary rules do not apply.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, yeah. So,
That
Okay.
happy face.
I know. I want to become a one
okay,
number now.
listen, here we go. I want you now to understand what you are getting into here.
Yeah.
Which is... Right.
Do I have to roll again? Or
No.
Okay.
Mhm. Right. Okay. Okay, so how many degrees of success do you have?
I have only 2.
2 is what she gets as well.
Okay.
And so So effectively, you meet, and instead of just like directly making this contact, what you have done is gained mutual awareness of each other's presence.
Okay, so it's a slow like.
Well, you are now looking at each other. Oh, it's this great big like psychedelic mural with two faces in profile. Yeah, exactly. So this is on the van. It's on the side of the van.